I came home from work on a Friday evening to an empty house. Sana, my wife of 8 years, was gone. No note, no call, nothing. At first I thought maybe she was out with friends, but her phone went straight to voicemail. As hours turned into the next day, panic set in. I called her family, her friends, even checked hospitals, but no one knew where she was. 2 days later, I barely slept, terrified something bad had happened. But then my phone buzzed with a notification, and what? I read shattered my world more than any tragedy could. It was from Sana. No, I'm okay, or I love you. Just 7 cold words. You don't own me. I'm done, Saad. My hands shook as I read it over and over again, hoping I misunderstood, but deep down, I knew. My heart sank as the realization hit me. She left me, but why? We never fought. I supported her dreams, and we planned to start a family next year. My mind spun with possibilities, but the truth was darker than I imagined. That message wasn't just a goodbye. It was the opening line to a betrayal I never saw coming. I spent the next 24 hours calling everyone we knew, but Sana had cut off all contact. Then I noticed something strange. Bilal, my colleague and friend, had also vanished from the office without explanation. A sick feeling twisted in my gut. I logged into our shared bank account and saw several hotel charges from the past. Few weeks. Places I'd never been. My hands went numb. My wife hadn't just left me. She had been planning this for months, sneaking behind my back with someone I trusted. The betrayal burned deep, but my instincts told me this wasn't over. Wold. By heartbreak and rage, I hired a private investigator. Within days, he found them in another city, staying at a beachfront resort. Seeing the photos nearly crushed me. Sana, smiling in Bilal's arms, living a fantasy while I tore myself apart searching for her. I wanted to confront them immediately, but I forced myself to stay calm. Rage blinds people, and I needed clarity. I wanted answers. More importantly, I wanted control. Sana thought she could walk away without consequences, but she underestimated me. I wasn't going to scream or beg. My revenge would be quiet, calculated, and complete. I drove to the resort, waited outside their room, and knocked. When Sana opened the door, her face went pale. Saad. "What are you doing here?" she whispered, clutching the bedsheet around her. Bilal froze behind her like a coward. I stepped inside, my voice calm but sharp. 2 days, no call, just a text saying I don't own you. Was this your plan all along? She tried to speak, but I cut her off. Don't bother lying, I know everything. The silence between us was heavier than any scream. Finally, I said the words that made her knees buckle. We're done. Back home, I met with my lawyer the very next morning. We froze all joint accounts and filed for divorce immediately. My lawyer advised me to keep gathering proof and the hotel bills. Photos and her text message were enough to secure everything in my favor. Sana, thinking she could manipulate me later, was shocked when she got served at the resort. Her calls, her pleas, her tears. I ignored them all. For the first time, I wasn't the desperate husband begging for answers. I was the man taking control, stripping her of the very comfort she abandoned me for. Bilal's wife found out soon after. I made sure of it. I forwarded her the photos and proof. Within days, Bilal's life crumbled. His wife kicked him out, and he was fired after his affair became office gossip. Sana tried moving in with him, but he pushed her away, realizing his fantasy wasn't worth the destruction. Alone and humiliated, she returned to her parents' house, drowning in regret. Meanwhile, I stayed silent. I didn't need to argue or fight. The truth had already destroyed them, and every passing day, Sana's perfect little escape turned into her worst nightmare. Weeks later, Sana showed up at my office, tears streaming down her face. "Saad, please, I made a mistake. I was confused, and Bilal, he used me. Can we talk?" I stared at her, feeling nothing but emptiness. "You wanted freedom," I said coldly. "You have it now." She begged, saying she wanted to come back, that we could rebuild. I shook my head. "I may not own you, Sanim, but you don't own me either." That was the last time I ever looked at her the same way. My love had died, and all that remained was indifference. The divorce finalized within 2 months. I kept the house, the car, and most of our savings. More importantly, I kept my dignity. While Sana hid from judgment and shame, I focused on myself, hitting the gym, expanding my business, and surrounding myself with people who genuinely cared. I traveled, explored, and healed at my own pace. Every day felt like regaining a piece of myself she tried to take. I realized that her betrayal wasn't my failure. It was her choice, her loss. And slowly I stopped asking why and started living my life without her shadow haunting me. Months later, I ran into Sana at a friend's gathering. She looked tired, broken, and older than her years. Bilal was long gone, and so was the life she sacrificed everything for. When our eyes met, I smiled, not out of love or bitterness, but freedom. The man she betrayed no longer existed. I had rebuilt myself from the ground up. Sana whispered, "You look happy." I simply replied, "I am." My revenge wasn't loud or violent. It was silent and complete. She wanted freedom, and she got it. But she also lost the one thing she could never replace: me.